Morning, ladies. It's your old pal Brian. It's probably just before 7 o'clock in the morning, and the god awful ball of light has leapt up from the horizon. Taking off. First flight of the day is the Tundra. Very predictable aircraft. Much like my Cub. Just easy to get to know early in the morning. It's Saturday. I don't know what day. Probably the 19th maybe? 20th, something like that. But nonetheless, it's a beautiful morning because it's not 89 degrees already, but as that sun rises, oh, things will be changing. Pleased you goofballs enjoyed my piffle balderdash poppycock and associated nonsense. Kind of you to listen. No real stuff to share today other than I'm probably going to be flying at the house for the next month, in that I'm on weekends off. Oh Lord, that is just bright. I'm going to keep it in my back a little bit. It actually gets better about 8 or 9 in the morning because it's not right at your eye line. Need to carry my FPV gear out here and go for a fly, but unfortunately that big giant ball of light is really where I need to be. Yeah, I need to do some sim time. I might do that this afternoon when it's 100 degrees outside, so I can start doing things other than lazy 8 circuits and fly to the left, fly to the right, and fly back to the left stuff. You guys fling this thing around with a great abandon, and I'm just happy not to crash it during normal flying. Yeah, the cool thing about growing old is not only that great crop of ear hair that you start growing, but when your eye doctor tells you that you have an actual wrinkle on your retina. I go, how's that happening? He says, that's like a wrinkle on your face. You get wrinkles in your retina. Oh, great. So, in addition to the idiopathic occurrences that are happening on my lens, I have a wrinkle on my retina. So cool. Working outside my adult life causes cataract, of which I have 2 versions. They tell me it'll be some years before I have to have that replaced, which pleases me enormously. Although I'm a little torn because you heal better when you're younger. But yeah, they tell me I'm not a candidate for that sort of surgery yet. So knocking out flights early this morning. My beautiful de Havilland Beaver is down for the count. I've got to put new rubber bands on the push-pull rudders on it, and I opened up my bag of rubber bands, and apparently they're rotten. So I need to go by the dollar store and get some more rubber bands so I may enjoy the push-pull factor on my rudders. Otherwise the thing will just sling itself around when you're trying to launch it off the water. And I actually think they could just be pointed straight and be done with it. The guys on the de Havilland Beaver forum have gone through just unbelievable efforts with different pulley systems and that sort of thing. And according to the directions on the thing, you just about don't need them anyway. Now, this one behaves a little bit better with a water rudder. Actually, I'm trying to think, do I fly it without it? I don't fly it without it. So it does just fine with a water rudder. Yeah, beating the heat. If you don't get out here nice and early, God almighty. Forms are pretty quiet. Just a poke had allowed to me privately that he was going to concentrate on work rather than dicking around with the forms, which probably a good idea. They seem to be an enormous waste of time if you're not careful. You can get sucked into the vortex. Into the tube deep, thanks for your private message of approval. I'm going to take those 5 points you gave me. Pilot MM, Heidi Ho. Gosh darn, my memory is not kicking so early, but the fellow who has both the Timber and the Tundra, God bless you. You need some flying tips, I'm there for you. Belgium Bush Pilot. And all the 30 some odd viewers of my screw you rant to the mentally ill guy on the forum and his buddies. Yeah, Jesus Christ, assholes. So I'll take the cub up and loosen up the finger some more and try to fly out about 20 batteries. We'll see how that goes. I wanted to fly yesterday evening, but the thunderstorms had ripped through and that was the end of that. Literally, it's, you know, you northern folk, I get it, you know, you have a tough winter, and many of you for 6-8 months kind of want to get out of the weather, but man, oh man, here in Florida, it's similar. I don't have your complete misery, but man, oh man. We have to hide from the heat for about 8 months. Yeah, I mean, you literally don't want to come outside. It's 100 degrees. Well, there she is, the Durafly Tundra. Perennially out of stock because it's such a cool aircraft. And that'll be the end of my blather for the day. The rest of this is going to be just POV cam stuff. So all the best, bitches. See ya.